Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the FV304. It's the Tier 6 British SPG. It's located on the west spawn of Sand River, and this one is under command of ProvoBob of 1AR. And yes, we did see him in this Arty a few days ago. He sent this one in, but I completely missed it. I'm not surprised actually though, because when he sent it in, the URL that led to the replay was actually hidden underneath the next line, and it wasn't showing on the Facebook page. That's why I didn't see it. So that's the explanation, Bob. I didn't see it. Oh, look at this IKV. Well, he's not going to be very impressed with Bob, I'm afraid. But I think they did get in the way. Okay. Now, from this spot, we've got a good aim down the river valley. And we can also fire off into the dunes. As you know, the FV304 is basically a short-range Arty. It's only a 4.5-inch howitzer capable of 450 alpha and penetrating through 28mm of armor with a 2.2 meters burst radius. It's the same gun, the same artillery piece you actually find on the BT-42, the Bishop, and numerous other tanks as well. It's quite a universal gun. Okay, that M4A3E2 is a Sherman Jumbo is, yeah, he's just taken a hit. Only lost 64 hit points because that extra armor on the front of the vehicle. It's got an extra thick glacis. Rounds out. He knows it's coming. He didn't even bother to move that time. This is the guy that we need to take out though, the Shah Glorious. It's a tier 6 game with only tier 6 tanks. Well, that's one of the new tanks that they've got in the game. Now, we think that the Sherman Jumbo was located there. You can see the last shell landed directly on the hatch. That's just on the front of the vehicle. Nobody from the enemy team has gone into the dunes at all. Not even trying. We do have a large contingent of them out there though. The enemy Arty in this game is an FV304 and a Hummel. And if the Hummel driver is any good, then obviously he also has short range Arty in terms of the 15cm from the Gorilla, which is much more accurate and faster to reload and can do more damage than the long-range version. Which means that we're not under any threat at the moment where we are. If he does have the long-range version, then he should be able to hit us if he's going to counter battery. So if we do feel or hear any counter battery at all, then we know that he has got the big gun with the long barrel. Again, he doesn't pull back in time. So he's now one shot, I think. We'll fire blind. And he's out the game. There you go. The Shure Gloriana. That's the name of that one. Didn't last very long with Arty, did it? But most of these tank destroyers and these new tanks they bring into the game, easy to take them out with Arty. Okay, now we've got a bit of a problem because these guys are coming in by the back door. Nobody's actually gone north to stop these guys from approaching that way whilst we're taking the south. Now, we haven't got the full range, but there you go. There's the first target, T-3485. That was snapped. Our Striv 74 is now going to be in trouble because that T-3485 and the M6s following him are going to both try and bully him. So the idea now will be for us to get a couple of rounds in and try and help him as much as we can. If we can track that M6, it'll actually make him a roadblock for his own teammates. Another round goes in and another direct hit. Unfortunately, the enemy M6 is gone, but so is our Strib. So we did get some damage on these guys. Now we're firing in ahead of their path. Now, they might get close enough to actually spot us, but they're going to have to get really close to spot us. He knew that shell was coming in, but he still took a big hit for 196. Now, we do have somebody near the cap area. It's a VK3001P, and he's going to spot for us. That was a near miss, and still got 89 hit points. Now, I should say that this is one of a number of FV304 replays which Bob has sent in over the past 6 months, and I've got a whole load of them still to do, so I'll probably actually do a few videos where we've got one after the other. Another hit. That was a penetrating shot in the Achilles, 452, and he's gone. Okay, these guys over here, the Dickomax is the one I would go for. He's got virtually no armor. Oh, what a pity, because we missed out on getting hit points on him. The T-52 is probably still there, but he's just hiding behind a bush, I think. SU-100Y, the box tank. Worth putting a shell into him. He's just a pinata for us. And enemy Arty still is now firing at us. So it must be the Hummel, and he must have the big gun. All our tanks that went to the south, except for the Skoda, have been wiped out or they've returned. In fact, it looks to me like they tried to attack the enemy cap area and got wiped out when they got to the far end. Okay, ARL 44 and the box tank now in the riverbed. Start pumping those rounds in on the box tank. It's so big and boxy, it makes it such a good target. Standard reload, 12.94 seconds. ProvoBob's got 10.96, and he's got a kill. A second kill in the game. Only 4 enemies remaining, but the enemy tends to know where we are, so I think that Hummel is firing rounds in this general direction. Yeah, might be a good idea to... Yep, he's following us as well. Might be to quickly go through the dunes, get much, much closer to the enemy. If we do meet the T-52 on the way, then we can always shotgun him. 4.5 inches, particularly effective. Okay, he's going to let the IKV go ahead. After all, he has got a 90mm gun. There's the T-52. He didn't pull back as much. In fact, now he's got himself caught. And he actually crashed and died. But look, there's a KV-2 in the field. Okay, we're dialing in. Fires a snap one. Didn't go. Okay, he's ready now. And there. Direct hit. Okay. IKV's lost sight of the KV-2 temporarily. Oh, he moved slightly to one side. Well, at least he knows what to do. Just keep moving. That's a 90mm round. Can we get another one in, please? Rounds out. Yes. And that's a Confederate. There's only 2 enemies left now, the Hummel and the FV304, so we might as well make a beeline to the enemy cap area as fast as we possibly can. We might get a chance to do a shotgun on the way. Love these dunes. So much fun playing over them. Well, that's one of them gone. That's the Hummel. Now it's just the FV304. And he's taking a pounding. And he's gone. And that is the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for ProvoBob in the FV304. He got a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 13. but he didn't get the Confederate. And why? Because somebody else stole it away from him at the last moment. Yeah, somebody who actually killed one of the enemy tanks, either the Hummel or the FV304, managed to snatch it away at the last moment. 5,661 is the win 8. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see the highest damage in the game was ProvoBob. He got 2,413 hit points of damage in that game, but he didn't get the high caliber, so I suspect that wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. Second highest damage in the game turned out to be the Skoda, the T25. He got 1,655, and he picked up Pascucci, so he must have killed both enemy SPGs. And the third highest damage was the IKV652, who got 1,356. And it was the Crocodile that got the Confederate in the end. So, yes, that's the guy that took it away from us, whilst the 88 got the cool-headed. Let's have a look at kills. Well, top scorer was the IKV652. He got 4 kills. 3 kills went to the ARL44, and 2 kills went to ProvoBob, the Skoda T25, and the VK3001P. And on the enemy team, Der Hummel got 2 kills as well. And when it came to base XP, it's ProvoBob again. So he's got the top in 2 of the columns. 845 went to ProvoBob. 843 went to the Skoda T25. Very close to him. And 728 went to the 88. He fired 32 rounds. Well, as you probably know, this thing carries 75 rounds of ammunition. So you have plenty to spare at the end of that game. 14 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot. We saw that one and thought, wow, that's a big hit. 20 splash, 2,413 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 8 to the enemy, killed 2, and he got 355 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he made a profit of 32,685 credits and 1,901 experience points out of that one as well. Yeah, rather fast game, 9 minutes, 16 seconds. Tier 6, yeah, it was a reasonable game, but it's always fun on Sand River. It is my favorite map, I think, more than anything, because it's all those dunes. Arty can hide in the dunes, and they can get close to the enemy and start hitting them hard. But it's also just a fun map to actually run around on, because you can get airtime, literally take off when you run over some of them, but you've got to watch out, because if you do, you might track yourself in the process or even do damage to yourself. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. It was the one that I missed, and Bob said, yeah, you missed one. And so I haven't missed it now. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.